everybody. Good morning, crafters. And for those of you in other time zones, good afternoon and good evening. I'm excited to come back and do some regular webcasting. For those of you that are here live, you'll have a chance to win a prize. So as you can see, I can watch the chat room and it's pretty instant. At least it feels instant to me. I can answer your questions and respond to you. So, we're going to get started because I don't like lingering. I don't like, fooling around and dragging things out. So I wanted to introduce you to my little friend. His name is Chuck. And every day I look at Chuck and then I say, oh, what the far out, it's Andrea.
That was cute, Lisa. Hi! I kind of wanted to take you through a first-hand experience of some of my favorite projects from the crafter's guide of clever ideas. Ha ha! And I would be lying if I didn't say there's not a little competition going on between the two of us. Just take note as you're going through the book which projects from Cliff and I you may like better, and then tell me that I won, because I think that I won. So this is our crazy fun feat. Now, one of the projects that I know Lisa said that she loved so much was, let me get him, hold on. Seymour, I know that she loves all of the, she brought Chuck on, right? And Chuck is one of my little characters made out of a sponge that I made for her. And this is one of the little Seymours that Cliff created for the book. And it opens up so that you can hide things in there. And yeah, and you can learn how to make him in the book. There's also my project, my version of the project, which is just a fun little cactus with a little flower on top. They just came out of their little packages from the publisher, so they need to be kind of zhuzhed a little bit. But they're really fun. I don't have a name for this one because it doesn't really have a personality just yet. But I think it needs a girly name. What do you guys think? And Gladys? I like Gladys, actually. Gladys is hilarious. So I'll actually show you that Seymour, he makes it on the back of the book. And as you go through the book, you get really fun little pictures, description, and then how to make everything with Cliff and I's little pictures next to the projects that we created. There's lots of techniques in this book as well as uncommon materials. And another fun thing that we did was we used at least three projects with polymer clay. So there's a lot of different things that you can play with, and it's a bunch of different levels. So it's anything from kids crafts all the way up to just do crazy fun DIY projects. One of my favorite DIY projects that I did is this cool outdoor tray, which is kind of a part of the party section in the book. And it looks kind of simple on here, but I actually did it with spray paint and pebbles. It's a really interesting technique, and it gives these really neat halos. It's so much fun to do. I could do this like every day of the week. And of course, the book is full of lots of glittery things. So there's that inspiration. And for those of you that know me, I also have an obsession with buttons. So I did a fun fake button spill project, which I know a ton of you will probably appreciate this project and want one of these on your desk as well. And then Cliff's project was a toxic spill project, which was inspired by The Simpsons. You see that we have like a ton of fun in this book. It's a lot of kitsch, it's a lot of fun, it's poppy colors, and also some interesting functionality, which I'll cover on handmakemayday.com. So Cliff decorated this bottle with a technique that I used on a wine glass, and it just looks, it's really cool, right? So it's pretty, it's whatnot, but for Cliff, it wasn't enough. It had to do something really fun. So when you pop the bottle open, it pops confetti out. So it's a confetti popper for, all kinds of fun holidays, which I love. So we're going to be demonstrating that kind of stuff. We did booby trap projects. Cliff's is faux barbed wire, and mine is a glitter blaster. And I'm no joke, this is quite possibly the coolest thing I've ever created in my life. Because when you open the gift, like some unsuspecting receiver of the gift literally is covered in glitter. It is so much fun. It is the funnest thing. So I'll have a video of like the actual glitter spinning around. It is, I'm telling you, like this could catch on. And Ellen DeGeneres, who hates glitter, I think needs to be sent one of these glitter packages. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Yes, crafts that do things. It's the next generation. That's a fun one. And also one of the things in the party section that I love for Cliff is this cool like Minecraft inspired party hat. So and it's really easy technique, and this technique is so much fun because you can do it on so many substrates, and it's really quick and easy. And this was inspired by our nephews because our nephews obviously are into Minecraft and like 32-bit stuff, which is why I put 32 on there. Some, very fun little decor things that are made out of polymer clay. I did this kind of crustacean apothecary jar topper, which is actually quite easy to do, and you don't need like a whole bunch of special tools. And this glows in the dark. You can see in there a sea urchin. And so and he has a really cool technique in there. I'm not going to totally give it away, but it involves a ball chain, which is, if you work with clay or any kind of clay or anything like that, this is a technique that you can work into so many different types of projects, not just like making a quick little sea urchin. And they both glow. So yeah, that one is a lot of fun. And there's just so many. We have a lot of different sections. We have a kitschy section. We have kind of a functional section, a party section. There's just a ton to offer in the book, which is what we aimed to do, and I believe that we did that. You tell me. You get the book and you tell me. I'm going to probably pop it over to Lisa so that she can show you her favorite project. Go ahead, Lisa.
Hi. I cannot tell you how excited I am. I mean, my voice goes higher. Her voice goes higher. We're so excited to be here and so excited to be, like, together, like, seeing each other's faces and everything. So the project that I like the best, that was too messy to do on camera, but I had a version, a kind of a, what do they call it on Glee? A mashup version. So there's this glitter and mosaics project where Andrea's version was doing some glittered tiles for a mirror, and Cliff's version was doing this key rack plaque using alcohol inks to create his tiles on acetate or plastic. So I'm just doing a little greeting card panel with glitter grout with alcohol inks. So let me take you on down to Craft Cam. So here's what I'm gonna did. We're going to make a little panel, and I'll kind of zip you through. We won't, I don't like to watch paint dry and glue set, so we'll get you the hang of this without going through it step by step. But it's really, really cute. It's just a piece of cardstock. It's a kind of shiny because of the acetate. But as you can see, we're going to do this little marbling technique on the acetate, and we're going to grout the little tile faux glass fragments with clear glitter. I'm going to get a little piece of cardboard, and we're going to start with a piece of acetate. Any thickness will do. I happen to like it clear instead of foggy. And we're going to take your alcohol ink applicator, one that is well used. This one is the one that I started dripping alcohol ink on before I put the pad on there because I'm just that stupid. Put your little felty on there. So I'm just going to put a little ink on there, and it's just a pouncing action. I'm sure most of you have already worked with alcohol inks. You can swipe and you can drip. I like to pounce because it gives the marbly effect when you pounce. And if you kind of let it dry and let the ink spread out just a little bit and then pounce some more, and every time you pounce, that alcohol ink kind of spreads out like a little amoeba, and you pounce a little more, you kind of change the direction of your applicator. I am not tempted to drink the ink because it's so tiny. I would never drink a shot this small. Have you met me? So Anyway, so you just kind of keep pouncing. You can come in with a second color if you want to, and you just get a marble effect. And a second color may remove some of the color, but you can start blending a little bit. And just pouncy, pouncy, pouncy. And so you can get, then you get that little halo effect, and you can get some really cool marbly looks. So you just do that in different colors as much as you want until the cows, as they say, come home. Then when it's dry, and it's pretty quick dry because it's alcohol ink, lots of fun. So and you can see that if you don't keep pouncing, it'll keep spreading out, and that's kind of cool too. When you start cutting that out, you can still get some really fun pieces. And I just took a scissor and just cut a bunch of random triangles and little shards, and we'll kind of cut as we go. And now we're going to take a piece of cardstock. Let me set these aside a little bit. All right, so I've got a little piece of cardstock for my panel, and I'm going to use a product that I love. It's the Aleene's double stick tacky sheets. They come in these nice, I want to say they're 4x5 sheets. They are double-sided sticky stick with liners on both sides, and that's what's going to stick everything down. Could you run the cardstock through a Xyron? Yeah. I believe that you could. If you think the Xyron is sticky enough, then absolutely, you could do that. So we're just going to peel away the liner and set it down on top of the cardstock. One moment, there we go. And I'm just going to put it down. And you can always work with a slightly larger piece of cardstock and trim it down to perfection later, so you don't have to worry about being too perfect up front. Yes, you could use regular white glue, absolutely. I like the no muss, no fuss of the dry adhesives, but absolutely, just about any adhesive will do. Your Mod Podge. So I've peeled that liner off, and now I've got a very, very tacky surface. So I'm going to take, and you can kind of feel which side of the acetate has the alcohol ink. It's a little rougher. I like to put the alcohol ink down so that you get that real nice, smooth, shiny side, and there's no chance of any of it rubbing off. So you're just going to start going. Now, you know, you have to be careful. I wouldn't go too evenly so it ends up looking like tiger stripes, you know. So it's kind of easiest to lay down color by color so that you have it kind of balanced, right? And then come back in like this and add your other colors. And just, you know, be random about it. And if you have a weird space issue, the grout doesn't have to be perfect, but you can trim down a piece to make it even smaller. All right, so you just go on about your business like that, super easy peasy. And you can put them together as closely or as far apart as you wish. And so I'm just going to lay a couple more down here. And let's get a little pink over in that corner, kind of, sort of. Okay, so you get the drift, right? So you just keep going, and you can be a little more careful in your placement so that you get nice, you know, a little more evenly placed grout. I kind of like it to be a little wonky. Wonky is good. Wonky is very good in crafting. You could just use decorative paper, but it's so much fun to paint your own plastic, and you get the shiny, the glitter grout and the shiny acetate, and it's smooth, and it's really, really cool. It's got a lot of texture. And so once you are done with that, then it's really just a matter of sprinkling your glitter all over the rest of it, like so. I won't continue because you've all seen glitter sprinkle before, but you're just going to make sure and cover all of your grout areas. Take that nice, smooth, nonstick liner from your glue sheet or any other little piece of parchment paper and press that glitter right into the adhesive and shake it off. Shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby. So there you go. You've got the glitter, you've got the marbling, you've got the acetate shine. You trim off your edges when you're done. And like I did over here, I added a little black ink on the sides to kind of make it pop. And then you can frame it however you want. You know, you can frame it to put on a greeting card. You can frame it with whatever color floats your boat. This is Rolex. You guys, have you played with Rolex yet? Rolex is really fun, especially with the alcohol inks. Love it. So, you know, just about any color would look fabulous. And here's another little trick. Here's one that I did, a greeting card that I did. And I did it with squares on printed acetate, and it was a little wonky. You know, my little grouting was kind of crooked because I was moving kind of quickly because that's what I do. And so whenever your little panel is not perfect or wonky, then offset it on your card. I'm telling you, an angle just makes everything look fun. This was kind of cool because I started with printed acetate, and I inked the back side, and then so that way the printed side is on top. And I used yellow glitter for grout, and then I put a little yellow velvet paper and attached it to a card. I know, diagonal is just a lot more fun. It's crazy, it's whimsical. It disguises all of your accidentes. Thank you for everybody for coming this morning and spending a little bit of your Saturday with us. And this will be recorded. I will have some links on my bloggy, lisalazalou.com. I appreciate your time, and I do hope when you come back next Saturday. I have a very cool demo. Do I have a little sneak peek? Ooh, I do. What is it, you ask? It looks weird, but we're going to do something fun with it. And hey, guess who's here to say goodbye? It's Susie! Bye, everybody.